Hello everyone. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my gardens. It is fall here and things are looking sad and got zapped by frost already, so it's looking a little sad, but that's the way it is, and I think it's important to share things the way they are, weedy. Nothing is perfect, so here we go. So that's Parker, and this is Hank. And they're always going to be in all the videos. So this is the first area here. This was, I think, the first area I reclaimed. So we moved into our house 4 years ago, in early 2020, 3 years ago. And so this is our fourth growing season here. So nothing was maintained, everything was grass. So I hand dug a lot of this. Some of it was done by excavator, skid steer. So I'll kind of point out the things that were already here. So things that were already here were this tree here, and the hydrangea down there, and then the azalea in here. All of these iris were here already, and I just transplanted them around. So as well as the sedum was here, I've just been splitting it every year and spreading it around. I hope to have it around all of my landscaping to bring consistency in the planting areas so that there's a lot of repeated stuff. It's easier to look at that way. So also in this area is my cut flower garden. So over here we have dahlias, which did not love the spot this year. Part of the reason why it could have been this massive sunflower that volunteered here, and I didn't have the heart to pull it out, and it was pretty spectacular. So it may have come to the detriment of the dahlias today, or this year. Then we had cosmos, which there were asters in front of the cosmos, which are totally done. So these guys are still giving it. Also, the cosmos, did I say these are zinnias? I don't know what I said. Cosmos, they are loving their lives here. Some of these are like 8 feet tall. Wonderful cut flowers. I absolutely love these. And they had snapdragons in front of them, which are more of an early summer flower. Ooh, fell in a hole. I also had sweet peas on the fence there, and then there were some bachelor buttons and poppies in this fourth row here. So it's not ideal to have this like right in front of the house, but this is the space I have right now, so that's what it's going to be again next year. So then I have annuals planted in the front here. There's also tulips, and then just lots of iris. Again, like we just transplanted these together. And then there are also the liatris, which are purple, which is this guy here. And that is just a fantastic show. Pollinators love it. So that's that area. And then these are little mini iris here. They bloom super early in the spring. Those are really fun. Couple other random things planted down here. These are hens and chicks that were here. They overwinter, and when they get older they bloom, and they're just spectacular. So those are super fun too. So now we're on the back side of this front garden. This, I think it's a stone crop ground cover. It makes these little tiny babies in the spring that overwinter, and then they grow throughout the season. That was also here. I just transplanted it. I've been giving some away because it doesn't spread per se, but it does get bigger. And then some of this ajuga from my mom, the bugleweed, which I killed it the last 2 years, so we'll see if it makes it through this winter. This is some columbine. All of these iris are going to get moved too. I just haven't found a spot yet. Because I'm redoing this back side here. So I got these roses down here. You can see they're absolutely fantastic. I took cuttings and I have them. This is a cutting, so they're loving their lives, and hopefully will make it through winter. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in here. This one I stepped on, so we'll see if he survives. Oops. I have this purple phlox in here too, which I think I'm going to move into the median garden. I'm not quite sure where yet. There's also crocus planted along the sidewalk here that come up in the spring. And I started these delphinium here, here, and then over here from seed this year, which were pretty fun. Those are going to go into the median garden as well. I finally found some Japanese forest grass, which I absolutely am obsessed with. I'm hoping that they do well here. They need shade, which does have some shade from the tree here, but we'll see how they do. They might need to get moved. And then I also got a heuchera that had a ton of little babies. So I split them all out. They're all doing really good. I'll probably do that in a video next year because that was super easy to do. And I have a ton of plants, so hopefully they make it through winter, and I have a bunch of those to share. There's also a second rose here, which is this really tall guy. He's got one bloom coming, absolutely beautiful. And my mom got 2 of these. We got them for her for Mother's Day. So that guy is actually going to move into the garage garden with other pink things that I have there. So hopefully he does well through winter too. So this is just another look at the cut flower area. You can see most of it's dead now. So all right, let's go into the next area. So this area is definitely the most boring here. All of the hostas that were growing everywhere on our property, I moved to this area just to hold them in case I need them for fill. I've given quite a few away, so they're looking pretty tired and unhappy here. You can see we got some failing infrastructure that will need to get repaired at some point, but lots of projects to do, so priorities. Here's a little view of the front area here. This year I really like these pots. I also had a spider plant in a third one, and it kind of made this like waterfall of plants. They're looking really tired now, but I really liked my combo this year. I also have these, I think they're rain lilies from my great grandma. And this one is way past due, or way past its prime here, but they make the most beautiful little lilies. Usually after it rains, so these are not hardy here, so that's why they're in pots and they go in the basement every year. Alright, this is the driveway garden, what I call. So I have some of that sedum here. I added some more, this lime green kind of every other. It was pretty fun to do that. It looks great in the spring. And then I have this mini dahlia that I overwintered in the, let's see if we can find a nicer one, overwintered in the basement last year. They're just so precious, and it just blooms its head off all year. So I love that one. There are tulips on each side here. I did have annuals. This Superbena is still giving her here. I had some Supertunias on each side, which have lived their lives and are long gone by now. There are peonies in the back row here. And then these are Siberian iris, I believe, on each side, 2 different colors. There are some iris in here as well. They're purple variety. And then this guy I'm going to have to divide, I think, next year. This is a silver mound. So then this year I expanded this part here. I transplanted a couple more peonies over here, so that's why those look even worse than the rest. I got this plant here from Home Depot this year, and it totally dropped all of its leaves when I planted it, but it's got new growth coming in, so I'm really hoping for the best here. This one is the sage leaf willow, so I love the blue color. I'm really hoping it comes back. And then these are all obsidian heucheras, which you'll see I have a heuchera obsession. The leaf color is just incredible, and they get these delicate blooms. I don't know if you can see them in that one. They obviously aren't blooming anymore, but they're really fun. So that's this little expanded garage area. Okay, so next we're gonna go into the median garden. You can kind of get a view of what's this. I just wanted this to be this nice green lane up here. I have 1,000 crocus coming that will get planted in the grass here, so it'll be like just a carpet of flowers in the spring. So it's a lot of work coming up for that. So first here under this tree we have Jacob's Ladder, and it's a variegated variety. All of these plants I separated from 2 pots. They were extremely packed in there, overgrown. I really like dividing plants because it's a lot of bang for your buck. So they obviously are really small then when you do that, but I got nothing but time to let them grow. So and as I discussed in previous videos, the front section here is a repeat in 3 sections. So I'll just go through the plants in the one section here. So first we have lamb's ear, and these all came from 2 pots, I think, and I divided them out too. So hoping they make it and love their life here. We got Little Spires Russian Sage back here, this purple guy. Absolutely beautiful. It's like always giving a show, so I love those. And then this is a white phlox in the back here. And then these are hollyhocks that I started from seed. They're a biannual, so some of them were 2nd year already, so I don't think that those come back, but they should reseed themselves there. And I'll just keep that as a patch of hollyhock. And I moved those not too recently ago, which they don't love, so that's why they're just giving up. And then this little guy here is I'm trying to remember, Salvia, Violet Riot, I think. It's a Proven Winners one. It's just spectacular. So that one's pretty small for right now. And this one is Bethany, and it's Humalo. So that one just gets little purple spikes. The rabbits absolutely love this little grass here. I started this from seed. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it was just a seed I got from Menards, I think. So those were doing good until the rabbits found them again. And this one is Walker's Low Catmint. I did cut it down this year halfway, and I don't think it loved that, but it was also in the shade. So now that they're out here, I think that they're gonna love their life next year. And then back here we got white iris on this side and purple iris on that side. This is the Japanese grass. I can't remember the name of it for sure here. Those are from Home Depot, and I had just gotten the 2 extra ones because it just like glows out here with that variegated leaf. Love that one. This one is a Dappled Willow, and it's doing pretty good. If you look close here, it has like variegated sections, which is so fun. I love variegation. And then down here we have another willow. And this one, I'm trying to remember here, is Dwarf Arctic Willow, Nana. So that one was also from Home Depot. And then this is the spot I have to finish here, cardboard compost. We took out some trees over here, so that's why it's a mess. So then back here I have, so we have 2 Royal Raindrops crab apples. The one back here is like way different color, so it'll be interesting to see how they come up next year. This one we got later, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. And then these little guys here, Well, this one's getting eaten currently, which is why the cages are around them. But I took cuttings of my hydrangea, and those are in those cages. So I'm hoping those get huge in a few years, and we have a nice border back here. So I have lots of planting to do back here. The original area of this was just this part that I expanded from last year. So that's why this is heavily planted right here. So I'm gonna try to not step on anything. Oh, I did miss one thing in the repeat section, is this Veronica Speedwell. This one is the Very Van Gogh, so that's a purple one as well. So we got another one of those Japanese grasses. Then we have yucca that is coming back up in here. This area had it before, and I left it in there just so that I could have some more. So those will have to get moved too. Some Autumn Joy sedum that I got from my friend Deb. And the very sad frostbitten dahlias that love their life over here. So we've got a bunch of other stuff. More heuchera, some coreopsis, which I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. Probably going to move those. Lamium, which I absolutely love, and that's going to be throughout this garden too. I have one over here, and there's one back there too. So that we'll see what comes back up next year for those and move those around. And then this is a variegated iris, which is stunning. Might be my favorite plant that I have. I don't know. Don't tell the other ones. So that's gonna get spread around too once it gets a little bit bigger. And this is the other royal raindrops that kind of like turn green instead of purple. So jury's out on what that's gonna look like. And the last hydrangea that I took those cuttings from is down here. So that is this area. Hopefully I didn't make you guys too sick with shaky cam. And then we'll go back to the garage garden. Okay, so this is kind of no man's land this year, and you can see there's lots of weeds that came back up. We had some rocks here, some rocks were here. I moved the sedum here. There's this purple bush that's really pretty, and I tried to move it, but all the roots are like under the wall. So it's just gonna stay there. This is all new growth because I totally hacked it up. But it's really pretty. So that's just gonna stay there. And there's also some bleeding hearts that are growing here. I planted this one over here because this one was loving its life. That one was there. And like they still look wonderful, so this is clearly the right spot for them. So then we go up here to what we call the garage garden, and this is all new this year too. This was sedum that I moved here from the front, so we have that same uniform look. The median garden is going to get that eventually too. Probably next spring I'll cut up all the existing stuff and transplant some. So all right, in here we got lots of stuff going on. So I'll kind of just try to hit the high points. We got some iris. This is an annual mahogany splendor for cut flowers that got hit by the frost too. We have the heucheras in front, which some of them are new. These ones I split too, and we'll see if they come back up. They're not. Oh, look at that. There is new growth pushing up. So I think those are going to be just fine. That's awesome. So that's great news. Hostas, sedum, stone crop, columbine over here. I do also have some cactus back here. A few different spots of it. I gave some to my friend Deb, and they really love it at her house. So it's always so much fun to share. And she had also shared a bunch of plants too. So that's always appreciated and a great way to share what you have and get new stuff too. So this grass is a zone 5, so we'll see if it comes back. That's the way it looks. So it's really hard to tell if it's still alive or dead, but I absolutely love that one. We got some pink salvia in here. This is a variegated phlox, and it's just getting absolutely overtaken by the sedum. So I might have to move the sedum a little bit. And this is a mini 9-bark tiny wine, and it is beautiful, and it's not supposed to get super huge like the other 9-bark, so I'm looking forward to that one. I was looking for something purple to anchor this spot as a shrub all summer, and I finally found that one, and very excited about it. There's a variegated Korean reedgrass in here. I'm hoping that one comes back nicely. Okay, so this heuchera is just like totally putting on a show right now. So you can see all the flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. It's, I just love these plants. And then we also have a hibiscus here, which is red. So I'm going to move this one, and this is the spot that that other rose is going to go in. So that's this spot. So this is blueberry bushes, which I'm nursing back to health. This is the 3rd year, and I said if they didn't make blueberries this year, they're getting yanked out, and they really made the blueberries. So I'll be continuing to take care of those in this spot. It's kind of an awkward spot. We're like right across here. So I'm gonna run drip to them this year and probably take this wacky fence down that was from the previous owners. So this peach tree I planted, it's supposed to be hardy down to zone 4 this year, and I cropped it right off like to here. I did the 4 branches coming off, and like, oh my god, it boomed. So it is clearly loving its life here, and I'm hoping maybe next year we'll have some blooms on it and peaches. We'll see. Alright, so this is the veggie garden. Kyle made me a gate this year, which I absolutely love, super handy. And then back here, we did an expansion this year into the orchard. So we will go into that now. There's also this like old, we call it a greenhouse, but it doesn't have a clear roof, so it, I don't know, doesn't really work for that. So that is that structure. So just about everything in here is zapped and dead. So not a great tour, but this was more the mahogany splendor hibiscus for cut flowers. These were ground cherries, which you can still see the ground cherries everywhere. That's Carson's favorite. We got peppers down here, mostly red peppers, and I have bags full of them in the freezer. I had pumpkins on the trellises. This was peas, and then I tried a second crop, which they did not love their life. So I tried that last year too, and with not any success. So still figuring that one out. These are pole beans, which I like doing pole beans better than bush beans because you don't have to get so low. This was more pumpkins. The garlic is planted here with chips on it. More pumpkins. And then we had Brussels sprouts, which, yeah, that's still a work in progress too. Kale, kohlrabi, which I never picked. One tomato plant, which is the sun sugar, I think, variety. They're little orange ones that are just super delicious. And then I had some okra that just did not love their life here. It gave me a couple, but no, not my favorite thing. So then down here we had zucchini plants, which you can see 2 of them are rotting there. I need to clean it up. And then carrots down here, which I need to harvest still. I think maybe I'll try, I've heard from a few people now that they mulch them and then cover it with like a tarp and leave them in here over winter to kind of, or not over winter, but pretty late into the year, so that it like basically is a root cellar. So I think I'll probably try that with a few of them this year and see how that works. My onions were in this little spot, which I'm probably going to expand this next year. And then we had some cut flowers over here. Sorry, stepping over. So these are straw flowers, which they must be a little bit more cold hardy because they don't seem to be affected by the frost. So that is good to know. And then we had the Gomphrena, which is not loving its life in the cold here. But I'm going to pick all these blooms off and dry them to use them as dried flowers because they are like a papery type deal. They're very fun. So I also have pots back here, potatoes in bags. I do have drip to everything, which makes it super convenient. And then I had some overflow zinnias back here too. And then we have the strawberries in the back, which is a total mess. I can show you guys that, which is going to be one of my next videos. So this all needs to get dug up because they're overgrown with weeds and just an absolute disaster. These set runners that are like trying to take over the whole garden here. So need to get that cleaned up. Okay, so just to give you perspective here, so this is the strawberries here, and then this is the new expansion for this year, which I need to get out here and weed a little bit too. So we planted 4 apple trees in here, so we're calling this the orchard. They're all a dwarf variety. There's 3 Honeycrisp and 1 Haralson. This is the Haralson. We let 1 apple grow on there just to make sure I had a good spraying program and we didn't get any worms or anything in there. So if I swing around here, this is our new asparagus patch. I got the asparagus from the Amish. They are looking really good so far. I need to continue filling in here. You can probably see it's a little bit low. I got distracted during the summer, so need to fill that up for winter still. And then back here, this is all cut flowers that were overflow. So this is amaranth, and then we go into celosia, which definitely got zapped by the frost. And I had frosted explosion grass here, and then status. So there is another big gate over here if we need to get anything big into the garden. Okay, so this is the last area that I have for landscaping. So this I'm calling, I think, the lily garden now because that's like the majority of the stuff that's in here. And my mom's friend Anne gifted me a ton of these lilies and they're absolutely beautiful. I'm very, very thankful for that. So over here, this is like total shade, these plants here. So we have more heucheras, and this is some from the front that I divided, and they're doing really good. We have Pulmonera there, and there's 2 different kinds, and then Brunnera here. Those plants, they both send up blooms that are just absolutely beautiful. And that poor one is getting squished by the hose. Then we have some sedum that's really dark and beautiful back here, and then more heucheras around the corner there. And we have a lot of clean out to do back here. There's stuff growing out of everywhere, so you'll see a lot of that too. It's just a lot of work, as you all know. So another plant I'm absolutely obsessed with is Hellebores, also called Lenten Rose. So they push out blooms early spring. So, and they're also a shade perennial. So that's what these are all here. This is my newest one that I just got. So that one's really small. But they're like an evergreen too. They don't care about frost or snow. Absolutely amazing plants if you can get some in your garden. And then this is also some Ajuga mint chip that I got this year. And then this is a white Leotris here that I've had for quite a while. It actually came along from our house before. And then I have, this is a really dark iris that I found in the front. It just randomly bloomed really dark, so I moved that over here. My plan is to have iris, the lilies obviously, and daisies in this area all intermixed so that there's always a show going on. So this is also, I think, the same hydrangea that's out front. This one I gotta work on grooming. It's just like, it's kind of a mess. I'll show you on the top side. So I have Asiatic, tiger lilies, day lilies, I'm probably forgetting something, but all different kinds of lilies in here. And they're all, I'm going to try to organize them to be like a rainbow. So down here is white to yellow to pink to dark. So that's the plan. We'll see if I marked them correctly next year. So then this area here I expanded, so that's why this is looking kind of sad here. I did the cardboard again with the compost on top. I have to dig out this. There's some like wild but very beautiful roses back there, but they only bloom once, so not quite what we're looking for. I do have one hosta back here, and then let's see, I just moved this iris too. This one was just a beautiful light pink, so you can see it's pushing some new growth. I accidentally stepped on it, so it looks a little sad. I should have marked that one. And then back here through all the weeds, I don't know if this is gonna work, but I did a cutting of the hydrangea that's next to us, and I have a few more around too that we'll see how that's like just flopped open. I don't know, gotta figure that out. And then just one more area here to show you guys. This is one of my favorite things in our house. So this is our dining room down here, and I had them leave this as a planter box, so every year it's planted up with annuals for a show. Alright, thank you. Whoop, hold on. I forgot about these guys over here. Just some more heucheras, of course. So these came in one and I split them. They're huge already, so probably be able to split them again next year and share with my friends and family. And then these are some more from the garage garden that I split that hopefully some of them come back next year. Okay, that's it, I promise. Thanks for joining.